Got some news about Will Smith that came out yesterday.
They divorced? God, more news? He must be listening. You know what it is? He listens to the show. That's what it is.
What is AYAHUASCA? Ayahuasca? Ayahuasca?
Is it an acronym?
Something he was tripping on, trying to fix his broken heart. Tripping on ayahuasca? Ayahuasca? I hope I'm saying that right.
Drug?
14 times. In his brand new book, Will.
Yeah.
After splitting from his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, in 2011, he sought out a shaman to give him psychotropic tea and lead him through the visions it produces. An hour after drinking it, he writes, I was floating deep in outer space. I was trillions of light years away from Earth. During his trip, he sensed an unseeable woman who he became to call his mother. Behind him, I can tell she'll never leave me, he writes. Then he reached a conclusion that would be a bad trip for his Hollywood handlers, management team, and maybe even his estranged wife. If I'm this beautiful, he said, I don't need #1 movies to feel good about myself. If I'm this beautiful, I don't need hit records to feel worthy of love. What? If I'm this beautiful, I don't need Jada or anyone else to validate me.
Wait, this is while he was tripping?
That's what he thought. Well, this is when he came back to Earth.
Okay.
He ended up tripping 13 more times with Mother, visiting during 8 of them.
Come on, people. Come on. You know, I mean, I'm all about the microdosing for PTSD and like very specific applications of psychedelics, which again, great research, etc. Like, I don't know, get something else to do. Meditate. Like, I don't. It's too much. See, now I'm being negative.
I'm being negative. Temporary split from Jada came after her 40th birthday. Smith put together a 3-day blowout. The idea had appeared to him in a non-psychedelic vision 3 years before. He created a documentary about his wife's family, complete with audio recordings from her beloved late grandmother.
Okay.
Does it sound like anybody? He hired Jada's favorite artist to do custom paintings. There were golf outings and hikes, and a lavish dinner reached via a 20-foot-long archway filled with photos of Jada.
Okay.
After the meal, a screen lifted to reveal the night's surprise performer, Mary J. Blige.
Jeez.
He said, I was the perfect husband, Smith, 53,
Wait,
writes.
He did all that.
For her 40th birthday.
Oh, for her 40th. I thought after they split. Okay, that was very nice of him.
But afterward, Jada said nothing about it.
Oh.
Not a thank you.
Oh.
I loved it.
Oh,
Instead, she took a long shower, then told him to cancel the rest of the weekend's plans.
Okay.
When he balked, she yelled, cancel it now, and called the party the most disgusting display of ego I've ever seen in my life.
Love it.
They didn't speak the rest of the trip or on the plane home to Los Angeles, or even a few days later. He writes that he finally told his wife, I retire from trying to make you happy. I quit.
Oh.
You go do you. I'm going to go do me.
Oh, this is all in his book?
Yeah, he adds they didn't want a divorce, but needed time apart, right? And the act of fulfilling each other's needs was a vampiric relational model. So Smith went on a spiritual journey, traveling to Trinidad to relax, then meeting with counselors Michael Boehm, who specializes, he writes, in tantric sexuality.
Wait, why? Wait, okay.
His first question to Smith, what would make you happy?
Wait.
Smith wrote, I would love a harem.
Wait, stop. Okay, hang on. Just wait, stop. This is the psychological analysis. I was with you. The Jada thing that we've talked about, this whole thing. Are you doing this for you or for me? Then they needed some time apart. Yes. I get that part. Okay. Yes. And you're going to go seek some help. Yes. So, but he goes to a tantric, what's it called?
It was a tantric sexuality counselor.
Why that move? Like, what's that got to do with your relationship with your wife as your first move?
His counselor said she asked him who would be in his harem, and he was stunned into silence. The doctor was not having it. She told him, look, you're Will Effin Smith. You're one of the richest, most beloved people on earth. If you can't have the life that you want, the rest of us are screwed.
Oh, so she's holding him up like a messiah.
He went on to play along and started naming women in Hollywood that he'd like to have in his harem, including Misty Copeland and one Halle Berry.
Okay, and that made him better? Now he's good? Because he came to...
You tell me.
He's authentic?
I'm the one that thinks they're going to be divorced before Kim and Kanye do.
Yeah, but that was several years. That was several years ago.
Yeah, but it's in his book now.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, but she knew about all that.
Did she?
Yeah, she knew.
Really?
Yes. Before the book came out? Oh, yeah. There's no way.
What's your take on the fact that that was an ego trip for him more than it was?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've seen. I mean, he's got a lot of resources more than the rest of us, but this is the whole guy doing the over the top proposal.
Yeah. Yep.
And this was for her 40th birthday. And here's the thing that I do think this is interesting, and I do think it's more complicated than it's just a pure male ego trip. I do think that guys think that the more that I do, the more happy she'll be. If I make, if it's a surprise party, it'll be great. If it's a surprise party with a video, that'll be even better. If it's a surprise party with a video and a special guest, it'll be even better if I do all of that and then I have everyone around the room tell her how much she loves. So I think we as guys, we get caught up in it because we tend to be more object oriented, right? We're not going to the more empathetic part. What does she need? What does she need emotionally for this? What we're doing is I'll give her 100 roses versus and what she really wants is to know that you love her. Mm-hmm. And 12 roses versus 100 roses does not say to her that you love her more. Yep. And I think, again, I think the only difference with Will Smith is you just got a lot more money. You and I might get, some local singer and he's got Mary J. Blige. But we get so caught up in what do I think will make me feel good about giving something to her.
Yes.
Then and we equate it because I feel good about these things that I'm doing. She's got to feel good about it. Mm-hmm. And it's 100% wrong.
Yeah, and it turns into be his special night and not her special night.
Yeah, and I think a lot of guys are, they are dumbfounded. Well, it's like, well, wait, I did all these things for you. Mm-hmm. And what your partner will tell you is, did you ask me in any way what I needed from you? Not what I wanted, what I needed from you, because it's got nothing at all to do with the things. It's the emotional communication, the emotional connection, and then you can wrap things around it.
Yeah.
But we as guys go the other way. If I make it look nice, that will create the emotion. And
maybe just a quiet dinner with her on her 40th birthday would have suffices. Again, I don't know what he does for her in her previous birthdays.
Right.
Maybe she expects big things, but this is crazy.
Well,
it was a 3-day event with golf outings and yachts and everything else. And again, this is not our lives. This is a Hollywood thing. I get that, but she picked it pretty good.
I love it.
This is all about you. This ain't about me.
No, I love it. I hope it was a serious wake-up call because, like you said, even if you're Will Smith, even if you got all that means, a 3-day event without sort of consulting her? Mm-hmm. No, come on, guys. Come on. I know it's not. Listen, I'm going to come clean on this. It is not easy. I tend to go that way. I'm going to get something special for Jules. It's going to be special. I'm going to make it big and I'll make a video and, it's not a 3-day event. And if I make it special, then that will make it good. It's not, and I don't think so much it'll fix things, but that'll be good. She's appreciative of it. Yeah. She's thank you. But I can tell you, and I think a lot of guys, a lot of partners will say this. You do this thing and your partner is less happy than you thought they were going to be. They're not unhappy.
More times than not.
Yeah, they're not.
The bigger you go, the less happy they are.
And they're not unhappy.
Yeah.
But you're expecting response up here at a 10, and maybe you're getting maybe just it's even a 6. It's not matched.
Then you find yourself saying, wasn't that great? Did you like that?
Yes.
Did you like all the pictures? I had to go call your mom to get all those pictures. Exactly. And she's like,
yes. Yeah. I liked it.
I appreciate it. But again, it may not be what they want.
Right.
Maybe she didn't want a big party. And she's around big parties all the time. He's around big parties all the time, right? And I'll say this. I've been around enough famous people, not to the point where I've known them well enough, but I know several. I'm telling you, man, they put their pants on the same way we do. And if you're married to Will Smith, you're not like, oh my gosh, it's still Will Smith.
No.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to her that he's in movies. It doesn't matter that
No.
she's wealthy. It doesn't. He's just a dude. That gets you through the courtship part of a relationship.
Yeah.
That gets you through, and everyone will tell you. I mean, every rock and roller, every celebrity, everyone you've ever met, they're super blessed. They're gifted into something. They can't believe they're doing what they do. They can't believe they have this wonderful, blessed life. But they're just normal people. And when you get to, and I won't say celebrity wise, but I know a lot of people that own businesses, companies that are wealthy and that are very powerful. And you come to find out they're just like we are.
Well, they have the same. So look.
And so that whole aura, oh, I'm married to Will Smith, or I've got
Yeah.
that. And then on top of that, she's being told by her friends who want to be in her circles or trying to get in her circles, what's it like to be with Will? The strongest black man in all
Right,
of
and they're
Hollywood.
sa-
And people
you know what
love
they're
him,
saying?
and their friends are saying he's fantastic.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't know the whole Will Smith.
That's right. He leaves the coffee spoons out all the time. Never takes out the damn garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's, and what makes it worse when you're externally known, when you have an external persona,
Mhm.
and it's sort of defined. You're a great guy. You know, Will Smith. You're great. You're powerful. What your spouse often sees is the worst of you, right? Because outside you're you're a great business person. You're powerful. You're making deals. You're working the crowds and you're smiling and all this sort of stuff. And then you come home, and it's not that you can become a complete a-hole, but maybe you're not as friendly.
Yep.
Maybe you're not as engaging. Maybe they get to see your irritation and your frustration on top of the normal, you don't take the garbage out, all that stuff. And then the spouse says, well, hang on. Why do everybody else gets the great Will Smith, and I get the pain in the ass, insecure, whatever Will Smith. And I'm just saying Will Smith. I see that in executives all the time. And part of it is they get validation. They get superficial validation living on the outside.
Yeah.
You come home and your partner, they see right through that shit.
I'm one of them.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm totally
because
totally
you were
admit that.
Tony Curry.
I was Tony Curry. I was out doing bars, things.
Yes.
People loved me. I was having a good time. Making people laugh, drinking, partying, blah, 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 blah. I get home, be exhausted, tired, cranky, blah, 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 blah.
And you're not, it's not that you're a complete jerk at home, but your partner sees all of the pieces that the rest of the public doesn't see that are probably less than desirable. That's what your partner sees. So it's your job to create less of a space. This is Rachel Barbeau taking the mask off. It's to create less of a space between your persona, and when I say public could just be work. You don't have to be in the media person, but less of a space between that. And what I also think is interesting is the all of the skills that you use at work to be great very often go down the tube and they're not at home when you come home. Similarly, many of the skills that you use at home, you don't take into the workplace. There's a lot of things a lot of times when I'm working with clients, I'm like, okay, let's look at all of your strengths independent of the setting. What are you good at? I'm a communicator, I'm blah, 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 blah. Do you use those at home? Sometimes. Do you use them at work? All the time. Why don't I use them at home? And what are your weaknesses? Where do you show your weaknesses? Oh, I only show them at home. Okay, well, like now you're living again. Say our friend Rachel. Now you're two different people. And some people.
And you want to feel like you can let yourself go at home because that's who you are, and you want to share your feels and your frustrations and blah blah blah.
That's okay,
blah.
but you don't let yourself.
But when you're living two, if you can be even on both sides, it's more understandable at home just to see you outside. But if you're out there. Red carpet doing the whole 9 yards, and you get home and you just
you know from the people that you've worked with in the industry, that picture on the outside very often is nothing near.